Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, that 380! It's our time. It's our time.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Regular.
Brady now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Brady gives to Michel. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Brady. And Callaway taking it in left side. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Michel, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
380. Check 52's the line. I don't even know why this team showed up. 380.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal.
Hey, Foxtrot. Shadow.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, seam six.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Collins able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. The first scoring update now from Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. To try again after the sack. Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Check right.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
36, 36. Clap, clap.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, alert, alert.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point, good by Gostkowski. And that'll make the score 14-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check three, check three.
Middle.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Quick down, quick down.
One down.
Check.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check motion. 5-2 to Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike.
Running, it's Drake. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I got it. Hey, check Mike 21.
Here's Rosen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Mike, check. 59.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. It's caught, Stills, right side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Rosen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jamie Collins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. After the sack on first down, Rosen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Check it out,
Middle. Hey, quarter.
29 is the Mike 29.
Let's go, D. Monday.
Check. Fresno.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Delta.
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Bud.
Silver.
From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a gain of 27.
Hey, Woods.
That's a
Check that. This is 2 right here.
Gotta do better.
1st and 10 at the
Come on, QB, come on.
35-yard line.
Check
72.
Check 52's the Mike.
Brady now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Man it. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Rabbit. Let's go up. No, 60.
Now Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a gain of 34.
Alpha. Check it, reload.
Now Brady. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Raekwon McMillan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we have come to halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices, is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give it up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Strong right. Three down.
Christone, travel.
Kill. What? Quick.
72. Goal 50.
On 2nd and 1, Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. On the ground is Michel, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sonny Michel. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
The 24-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rosen will throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check, go get him, go get him.
Now Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few.
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. And that only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And the Dolphins 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, D.
Here's Rosen to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Patriots 31, Dolphins 3.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Parker. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert, alert, alert. 29 is the mic. Mic 29. And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Now Rosen looking to throw. That's complete right around the 8. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Be ready, be ready.
They'll run with Drake, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
4th down.
Alert, alert, alert. Mic 29. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 29 is the mic. Mic.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Shadow! Switch, switch, switch!
Hey, ball 66.
And it's Michelle once again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Wait, set. Ready?
Go. Go. Tight end left. Tight end left.
72.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Michelle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Brady. This is White on the screen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, alert, slam, slam.
Hey, Alabama.
They'll run it. This is Michelle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
And now it's Rosen looking. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
4th down. Here's Rosen. Over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They go play action. It's Rosen. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Stills the intended target.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
20. Let's go, D. 72.
On 1st down, Michelle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Pats, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside